Hi, this is June. This is my comics about economic system. To start with, what is an economy? An economy is people and firms producing, exchanging, and consuming goods and services. So, for example, in this picture, that's supposed to be a bread, and somebody's transporting, and people are buying. So it becomes some sort of like a cycle. So how big is an economy? It varies. It can be big or small. It can be any size with any number of people or firms included. All economies have different resources and decide how to allocate their resources or choose which goods and services to produce. For example, in this picture, you can think the basket as a town. So town A has water and branches, but town B has book and wheat. So they have different resources, and amount can vary too. So what is a resource? Resources are input you use to produce goods and services. Okay, then what is resource allocation? It's how you use resources to produce goods and services. Okay, I'm giving town A as an example. So town A had water and branches. So for example, the branch can be used for many different alternatives. First, it can be used to make fire. Second, it can be used to make a house. Lastly, it can be used to make papers. There are many other alternatives, but these are the ones I chose. Then, how do economists decide how to allocate their resources? So, economists decide by answering these three questions. First, what? What to produce? So it can be made into a paper, fire, or anything else. Second, how? How to produce? It can be made in a factory, it can be handmade, or any other ways. Lastly, for whom? For who will buy your product? So it can be for students, it can be for adult workers, it can be grandfathers, or any elders. Then who makes these decisions? Okay. How an economy decides what goods and services to produce, how to produce them, and who to produce them for is called an economic system. So there are mainly three ways of answering these economic questions. The red ball in the picture represents public sector, and the blue ball represents private sector. Okay, so the leftmost one is planned economic system. So public sectors make most of the decisions about how resources are used, what is produced, how goods and services are priced. Private sectors don't have much role, but starting from 2001, they could decide prices of certain products such as sugar and silk in China. The middle one is mixed economic system. So it's basically splitting scarce resources, and it might be equal or different. Public and private sectors make decisions. They work together. So for example, a businessman might work with a government. Lastly, the rightmost one is called market economic system. The decisions are made by private sectors and have public factors, and public factors have no role in economic decisions. Therefore, the government does not get any taxes. To sum up, economics is a study of allocating scarce resources with the highest efficiency. To make the efficiency the highest, they decide by asking three questions: what to produce, how to produce, and who will buy your product. And there are many ways of making these decisions, mainly planned economic system, mixed economic system, and market economic system. However, most of the countries have mixed economic system, so they have certain balance between public sectors such as government and private sectors such as just normal firms. Thank you for watching.